Greetings everyone, welcome back to Dawn and Dreams. It is Priestess of the African River Eagle, aka Ms.Z on this channel. If you would, please make sure that you like and subscribe. Comment down below which one you chose. I love to read the comments. If you would like to book a reading with me, please go to dawnanddreams.com. That link will be in the description box along with the timestamps. You can also purchase courses from me if you are wanting to advance spiritually. We will also have bracelets and consecrated spiritual items on the shop if you need that as well too. Please check the listing on each one. They tell you what each one does, what each bracelet does, what each item does. I think that's pretty much it for announcement, guys. So again, we are outside where I love to be. It just rained, I think, not too long ago, so I'm gonna be in and out really quick. And this is gonna be a reading on love, money, and the ancestral messages that you need for your spiritual journey. So it will be love advice, money advice, and spiritual advice. I think that these are, three important topics for all of our lives. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay. I'm going to start out cleansing first. I normally don't smudge outside because the energy is already good outside. When you connect it to the spirits, you don't have to cleanse, really. At least not outside. Now, you can cleanse somebody else, but you don't really have to cleanse yourself if you have a connection to the animals. But I'm doing this for those who are watching to get you in a good space as well, too. And this is my favorite, one of my favorite secretary bird feathers. All right, now let's go ahead and get into piles. Again, when I'm outside, I don't really have nothing for you guys to choose from, so you can just pick between pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. Some of you choose the rings, so you can do it like that. Pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. Pick whichever number resonates with you, and let's go ahead and get started with pile number 1. All right, so again, we're going to be doing love, money, and a spiritual message for you. So let's go ahead and start out with love. What is the advice for you in love for pile number 1? Pile number 1, what I'm hearing about your love life, and I'm going to take these. What I'm hearing about your love life is, that phrase, keep swimming, is coming to me anyway. But it just means that, what's that sound? Regardless of what goes on in your relationship, you stick with it. You stick with it. You stick with it. And in some cases, this is a good thing. Some cases, this is not a good thing. Okay? Look, home comes out. So you'll have to take what resonates with you on this. But for some people, you're too comfortable. You get very comfortable with whoever you start dating. And, if problems arise, you don't want to leave that person because you commit yourself too early, okay? For others of you, this is not a bad thing, but you can't be comfortable with mistreatment, okay? So you can be with somebody for a long time. That's really great that you want to commit yourself in that way, but make sure that if you need therapy in your relationship, make sure that if you need a mediator, make sure that if you need to talk to your partner about strengthening the relationship, you're willing to do that. When you're very comfortable with a person, you're normally not willing to do that. You'll just take whatever, you'll forgive whatever, and nothing ever improves. I know you guys can hear the birds, they just going crazy today. It says, how teachable are you? How teachable are you? Child, I have to watch these bugs because I'm on the ground this time. How teachable are you? So what that means is, are you willing to make any changes? Okay, are you willing to do something different? If spirit shows you something, are you gonna just not say anything and still be comfortable in a situation, or are you going to make those changes that you need to make to form stronger bonds in your life? If you're not supposed to be with the person, are you willing to learn from your last situation and move forward? Because this is a repeated thing with you when you get in relationships, okay? Now, on a good note, well, this is also on a toxic note too. Spirit speaks about sexual arts. Spirit says don't let the sex, keep you from moving forward. And also don't let the sex blind you to any issues that you have in your relationship. All right, so we're going to move on past that. Let's go ahead and go on to money. All right. Let's see what's going on with money. Spirit says you're trying to work on your foundation. Ooh. But I'm seeing, what is that, the Blue Jays? I'm seeing disappointment. So it feels like when you get a lot of money, it typically leaves you just as fast as it comes, okay? It could be from debt. It could be from you spending your money in the wrong places. So there's something that you need to recalibrate, something that you need to look at as far as your finances so that you can do something differently there too. Spirit talks about you don't have to let people know what it is that you do. It doesn't matter what it is that you do to make money, okay? I mean, it kind of does matter as long as it doesn't harm anybody. But at the end of the day, whatever it is that you want to do, you need to be comfortable in that space, okay? So that your creative juices can flow, all right? So Spirit talks about keeping things to yourself. You're smart. You're very intelligent. You don't have to feel ashamed for whatever it is that you want to do with your life, even if it's, out of the normal. And sometimes you have to do that in order to be successful because that's your purpose, okay? Spirit says you think way too much. And Spirit says you've been feeling defeated as far as your career purpose. But you have the Spirit supporting you. Spirit says you have to be a leader. Again, you have this energy as to where you commit yourself to everything. Even if it's a dead-end job, you'll commit yourself very, very quickly. So Spirit speaks about if you are in a dead-end job, you need to be working your way to get out of that dead-end job, okay? So that you can make more money. Don't just wallow in sadness and say, this is just it for me. They want you to want more for yourself. If you're not making enough money in your business, again, don't wallow in sadness. You can create more opportunities for yourself. Spirit wants you to be inspired. Let's get one more card on that. Let's see. There's something that you're going to leave behind, and then there's something that you're going to make an investment in. Now, what you leave behind could be bad spending habits. It could be bad investments and things like that. And what you invest in could be something more so towards your goals and your destiny. All right. All right. So last but not least for pile 1, let's go on to your spiritual advice and spiritual messages. All right. And guys, I used to do love and money all the time, but I got away from doing that. Like, it was a thing that I did when I lived at my old place, old apartment. And I'm thinking about bringing that back. Because though this is it has shaped into a very spiritual channel, which I love. I think that these things are important too because we suffer from things, heartache. We suffer from a lot of things, And as a spiritual worker, I handle things in all areas. So let's see, what is your spiritual advice? What's that card? Now, this has to do with, Spirit giving you, basically telling you what's going on spiritually with you, more than this spiritual advice. Spirit speaks about, you standing out at this time in your life. You standing out, and a lot of things coming towards your future. Spirit speaks about protecting you because you have a lot of haters. You have a lot of people in your mix, a lot of people who want to be around you, okay? Spirit says keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. And if you have trouble with enemies, if you have trouble with haters and things like that, you may need to do some spiritual work to get that energy up off of you. But you have the spirit support. So whatever you do, whatever you request from them, they will assist you in it. Okay. But, you know, sometimes when we're met with, what is it called? Is it defense or offense? I don't know. When we're met with resistance with something that we're trying to do, like, you know, maybe you put on your best clothes and, you know, someone calls you ugly, and really, you know, they think you're beautiful, but they're hating on you, so they got to call you ugly. Spirit says you need to know that you're beautiful. You don't need to look for it in other people, because this is what stops your path. Look, this is what came out. Put in a spiritual request, and I just said that. You can't make that up, right? And Spirit says wealth is going to come to you. Let's get 2 more cards, and that's it. They want you to connect to nature like what I'm doing right now. Get grounded, okay? Connect to nature and only speak good things. They say they want you to build your confidence up, because if you have low confidence and things like that, people can get to you very, very easily, okay? They want you to stand your ground, stand in your truth. Don't be moved by people just saying anything to you and you just go for it and you just believe it. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, trust yourself more than you trust other people, because a lot of people don't have your best interest in mind, and everyone doesn't have your destiny. You only have that, okay? So let's go on to pile number 2. Pile 2. All right, so we're going to go over again love, money, and spiritual advice. So let's take a look at love real quick. And I forgot to mention that these are quick messages, okay? Some of you in love are needing a stronger commitment, or there's a lack of commitment from somebody. So either you need to take it to the next level, like marriage, or actually getting into a relationship, or there's somebody who's not doing that, okay? So let's see what the love advice is. And it's not going to apply to everybody, so you have to take it as it resonates when it comes to love readings. Let's see what come out. There's a person, okay, that you may be very, very invested in because you feel that they are a soulmate. But Spirit also counteracts that and says self-love, self-love. Okay, so that means that you may be very invested in a person. You may feel like a person is the one, but the person also has to make that same effort for you. You know, you can't be the only person making effort. You can't be the only person that's trying to bring the glory. You both have to come together and do that. Some of you are dealing with a person who has family issues. They may have trauma from when they were brought up, and so they either haven't seen, you know, a healthy relationship, or they're not modeling a healthy relationship from things that they've encountered in the past, even in their past relationships. But it feels like something to do with family trauma, okay? And so they have to heal that in order to give you, you know, family and things like that, union and relationships. So Spirit just speaks about right now, you need to focus on self-love and not letting things get to you, okay? Not letting things get to you. Spirit says that you don't want to let go of this person because you still have a lot of faith and belief. And every time you walk away from the person, you're tempted to go back. So this is why you have a hard time letting this person go, because, again, you feel that this is a soulmate. And it very well could be a soulmate since you're that attached to this person. But again, remember self-love. Don't drain yourself trying to make this person better, because this person may need to get better on their own before they can bring it to you. It doesn't mean that they won't. It just means that you might need to give this person some space on a soul level so that they can get themselves together, okay? I want one more card on that. Okay. Yeah, they say unleash your creativity. While this person is getting their stuff together, you need to be focused on your creativity, because you're draining your spirit trying to help this person get themselves together, okay? Let's go on to money. watch these bugs, child. Oh, and this pal, make sure that you're following me on Instagram. I should have said that in the first pal. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure that you have like a picture on your account. Because I do look and check before I put people on the list. But I think I'm going to open up my Instagram again, because this is where I post most of my visions. And regardless of people look at them or not, it's still important to me to put that up. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Alright, it might be just a false alarm, but child, hopefully I can get through this reading. Okay, let's see. What's your money looking like? But with the water falling on me, there's going to be a lot of unexpected blessings coming for you. A lot of unexpected money, yes. Spirit says you've been working very, very hard. Spirit says for some of you, you've been struggling with your money. But Spirit says because you have that energy that you won't give up, money's going to continue to come to you. You're not going to struggle for long. Spirit sees your struggle, okay? Oof. Spirit says some of you are emotionally spending. So you need to like pull back from that a little bit, because some of you have either addictions, habits. We all do. But your habits could be something that requires a lot of money. So Spirit speaks about knowing how to control your emotions so that you make logical decisions with your money, okay? Know how to kind of reserve yourself a little bit so that way you have some money for later on and your bills and things like that. Spirit says, yes, there's some things that you need to walk away from, some bad habits. Because Spirit is gonna bless you. The 7 represents luck, but luck is not something that we need to bet on all the time. It's not like Spirit can give you a whole lot of money. You can hit the lottery and go broke in a couple years. That's how luck is. So that luck energy, it can be good, but it's not something that's stable. So Spirit says, yes, we will bless you, but at the same time, if you don't have your mindset right, a blessing at the same time could just go and come come in and what am I trying to say? Is it go as quick as it comes? Yes, go as quick as it comes. Let's say that. All right. Try to move in on my space. Yeah, you need to make proper investments. You need to be thinking about your future. Yeah, a lot of things you give your money to, they're not things that, they're not investments. They make you feel good in the moment though, but they ain't investments. So Spirit says strengthen your heart space so that way you can lay down a better foundation with your money. Last card on that. Yeah, it's the same thing. Same message. Make proper investments. All right, let's go on to your spiritual messages, and then we're going on to pile 3. Ooh, they're telling me to get this deck, so I'm going to use this one. And the birds are always therapeutic. So whenever you're feeling down, go outside. Okay. Yeah. I see that you need to plan, okay? Maybe for a trip, but this is also planning for your future. Spirit says that you have a lot of enjoyment in the moment. Spirit says you have a lot of enjoyment in the moment, but what about the future? Spirit says that you are protected. Spirit says this is a time of plenty. So this is a time that things should be growing. I also see people trying to meet with you. So you may have some friends coming back. Now spiritually, I see you going to the next level, okay? Why is this coming out again? Only speak good things and connect to nature. That literally came out in the last pile. I think the same way that it did the last time. Now You see the crows coming for this pile? Or can you hear them? They say you have unique gifts. Yes, you're going to be blessed with either strengthening your spiritual gifts or noticing some more gifts about yourself. They're going to be helping you with that, your spirit team. Spirit says that you need to meditate more so that you can tap into your gifts more. They keep saying connect to nature. There's something out in nature that you need to get. Okay? Last deck and we're moving on to pile 3. Oh, this whole reading feels like for pile 2 a distraction. Okay, so you have a lot of distractions. This is why it's hard for you to hear the messages from your spirits. If you kind of like lower the distractions, you'll be able to tap in quickly. Spirit, what's the spiritual advice? Spiritual advice. Yeah, see? The birds are talking to you. Your spirits are talking to you. But they want to know, can you hear them? Okay? Yeah, Spirit says you have a lot of gifts, but you know, you don't even know what you have. So some people in this pile will be spiritual workers, but you have to really strengthen all of your gifts. So this is a time of strengthening things. And once you do that, it's going to bring you some prosperity. Okay? I also see this gift being shared with a partner, so you're going to get with somebody that has similar spiritual gifts as you. Okay, that's pretty much it that I have for this pile. Let's go on to pile 3. Alright, so for pile 3, alright, so there's a message about you contacting some of your ancient ancestors, okay? And they hear you. You know, you've awakened your ancient ancestors, that ancient DNA within you. So there's going to be a lot of ancient things that come to you, ancient information about this realm, this world. So be very perceptive to that. It's going to be a lot of things that come to you, you know, either in your dreams or just things that you just walk into discovering. I hate that noise. I don't know what that is. Now, I'm sorry. This is going to be love, money, and spirituality. So let's start out with love. What is your advice in love? You hear them coming? They're coming closer now. But this is a very special pile. Pile 3. Alright, so what's going on in love? Okay, so this is a personal message, okay? Spirit says you need to have more patience in love. Okay, so this pile, some of you could be single, some of you could be in relationships. So if you're single, of course, that message means be patient when it comes to love coming into your life, because there's some things that Spirit wants you to work on individually. But there's also a message about healing trauma. So some of you could fear rejection from your partners, you know, or just fear rejection altogether. You know, if the person doesn't call fast enough, or if the person doesn't love you in a certain way, you feel rejected. So there's some things that Spirit wants you to heal. It's not to lower your expectations of a person, but it's also to compromise. Spirit wants you to be willing to compromise things, because there's some things that you need to heal in your inner child, okay? Like I said, feelings of rejection. You might have felt like you were unattractive back in the day when you're really not, you know, things like that. Spirit wants you to heal those things, so that way you can be better in a relationship as well too, as well as the next person. So like I said, it's not about lowering your expectations. You should get what you want out of a relationship, but Spirit wants you to kind of like, you know, maybe not be so demanding of certain things from a person if they're trying their best, okay? And I think it's been like you've turned the light off to certain things that have happened to you in the past. It could have been abuse, it could have been whatever. But Spirit says you need to turn it back on so you can see what's going on in your own shadows that's causing you to feel like, this person's rejecting me, this person don't love me, whatever the case may be. Okay? That's look what card came out. Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. You may even push people away because you think they're trying to hurt you. So Spirit speaks about, like, again, healing the self, courage to look at whatever's going on in your shadow, so that way again you can be more whole in a relationship, and you can feel when someone truly loves you and they're trying their best. Okay, so that's your love advice. Let's go on to money. All right, still trying to keep this quick. What's going on with money? Oh, there's a lot of good things that you need to do as far as business. You may be working from the ground up, but it's going to be successful. Okay, there's a lot of good investments and a lot of good ideas that you have. There's a lot of luck around you, so the things that you do will be prosperous. Okay, I see that you are also someone that's going to keep your plans to yourself, and this is going to lead you to success. So it's like you go from at the bottom to the top of the ranks. I see you leveling up in some type of way. So this could even be in a job. Like you go from being the employee to the boss, the manager. There's a lot of leveling up for you. Okay, and I see a lot of happiness and prosperity coming to you. Yeah. You've come a long way. You've come a long way. But you have the type of ancestor. You have the type of ancestor that has, either was a boss in their day, they had a business back in their day, they had to grind. So they teach you in these same type of ways. You're not just doing these things for no reason. Ashe. And don't you just love when they show up? Um, and the great thing about the crows is I never have to call them. Like if I call them down to come to me, it's for a real serious reason, but they always come. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, blessings, blessings from the high heavens. Oh God, you got lucky seven, lucky seven, lucky seven. The whole team is behind you. So there's something big that's gonna be, birthed from you. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Spirit says there's something big that's gonna come from you. The ancestors are gonna either give you a business idea, they're gonna give you something else they want you to create, but there's something coming that's gonna be very, very big for you. Yeah. All right, so that's it for money. Last thing we need to touch on is your spiritual journey, if there are any spiritual messages. Mm. Spirit speaks about protecting yourself. This could be from family, friends, or people that you call friends, okay? Because you got a lot of people who want to drain you. That's what those birds came for. Mm. Let's see. What's the spiritual messages? What's the spirit messages? What's going on in your spiritual realm? It's like you really want to get along with people and you really want to be friends with people, and that's okay. It's not that's really not the problem. It's just who you want to be around, okay? Because you just have a lot of people who don't have good intentions with you. All right, and being around these people will kind of like dim your light. There's a lot of ancestors around you too. There's two specifically that are around you. They're probably like a couple. Um, because I'm seeing it in the birds. There's two people that are a couple. They are around your household. They see how they just spoke. They're around your household, okay? But they protect your house. But see, Spirit says if you get around these people, you lower yourself. You lower yourself. So Spirit speaks about you need to just kind of like realize who you are. You have a lot of ancestors behind you that don't really tolerate a lot of things that people do behind your back. Okay, when you have a spirit team behind you, they can see even when you can't see what somebody's saying about you. So when they push this person away, you on a physical level, you thinking, why they ain't talking to me no more? Why we ain't cool no more? And in reality, they're protecting you because they can see what this person's true intentions are with you. They try to show you too if you pay attention. You got to pay attention to your dreams. You have to pay attention to little things, the little signs that come to you, because they're literally saying, hey, you know, this person ain't good for you, but you'll still want to be around them. You the person that paid for everybody's meal, like, and you know they just get in free, and they want you to believe that that's how it's supposed to be when it's not. Yeah, you always feel left out, but it ain't like that. That's what Spirit's saying. It's really not like that. They're really trying to help you. Okay, you know, they want you to be protected and be patient. The right people will come into your life, and I think it's going to come through a little bit of travel when you meet different types of people. All right, guys, so that is pretty much it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe. Let's get this channel subscribers up. Okay, I know I've been kind of slacking over the years, but I am trying to stay on my grind, so make sure that you subscribe to let me know that you are watching. Peace.